Everybody, welcome. We are going to get started with the third episode, installment, stream, whatever it is you want to call what it is I'm doing here. Just gonna mute the chat thingy so that I can see your comments but not hear myself talk, because even I do get tired of hearing myself talk occasionally. Now then, hello Jason, welcome. I can't see the merit of tarrying. Let us go ahead and continue with. You've seen that.
Better get moving before they see me.
Run! Run, Luke, run. Hurry, run.
What's going on? The city watch are all over the place.
Oh, they're looking for some guy the sheriff once brought in.
Goodness me, is this man dangerous?
They say they want him dead or alive, but it looks to me like they'd prefer dead.
And how do you know that?
I was at the pub, saw a couple of bluecoats ambush the guy there. He managed to get away, though. Never seen anyone move that fast before. He just vanished into the shadows.
My.
Speaking of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I will again make reference to the scene in the first film where he's on the shield generator thingy and he deliberately taps his hand and makes one stormtrooper say, "What was that?" Just so the other one would say, "It's nothing. Stop paying so much attention." I have an ongoing extended experiment that I'm doing. Exactly how far can I push these jumps in places where I really shouldn't be doing them in theory? Exactly where is the boundary of what I can and cannot get away with? It's been a long time since, as a player, I collected any data on that header. Player of my vintage, it's always now basically an assumption, and that assumption is often correct, based on years of experience as it is. But complacency is the enemy. So many things need to be reconsidered and done differently now. I'm sort of trying to embrace the process, at least a little bit. So then. Well, it's not late, but it's not exactly early either, Jason. I hope we get some people to join us. And if not...
What's the latest on the war, Raleigh?
Lord Anders hasn't received a report in some time. The last he heard, it was not going well. I fear the Baron may return with the battlefield coming right up behind him.
I think you worry too much. This city is like a fortress. With the mechanics here to help us defend the city, we needn't fret about it.
I think you put too much faith in the mechanists. After all, they are only a splinter group of the Hammerites, hardly a military force. They seem concerned only with aiding nobles with their fancy inventions. Their tin soldiers wouldn't last long against a real army.
Well, until I see a battle going on outside my window, I shan't worry about it.
I haven't heard that conversation in its entirety in a long time. Well, you know, it's like I hadn't heard that conversation in a very long time. I wanted to pause and listen to that because that conversation was sort of not irrelevant for Hum, and it's just something that the series has never really dealt with directly, what this war was. Even Thief 4 mentioned it. As for the limits, you know, depending on which version of the patch you're using, it's subjective, but as far as I'm concerned, it absolutely can affect how certain things happen. And playing these games now, it's a subtle difference, admittedly. But playing these games now is not exactly as it was during the vanilla days. It's just there are differences, subtle though they may be. On the other hand, when you're a player of my obsessiveness, I notice these things. I don't think well, I don't know. That went better than I thought. Probably a dead end.
What was that?
Yep. Also, I swear, these guards are like more jumpy on normal
Probably just the wind.
than they are on expert. I wonder, rather than try to blind this corner, let's just see if we can't find an opportune time. So, easy does it.
Don't hurt me!
Not used to a civilian taking such notice. Alright, let's get out of here.
What's that I see?
Nothing. Okay. Indeed. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not behind on my comments. Okay. No. Steady. This could be useful. Let's just chill here for a minute. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why it's so dead tonight. Usually 3 or 4 people show up pretty quickly. I don't know, maybe the super late time slot works better. Where are we? Alright, just about there. So much so that we can afford to goof around a bit. Just have a look-see at the sights. No. You didn't see nothing.
Not as
Home sweet home.
Remember, men, his name is Garrett. Consider him armed and dangerous. The sheriff wants him brought in, dead or alive.
What's the sheriff want with a common thief? Why all the extra manpower?
Truitt says this man is very dangerous and clever. Just follow your orders.
But why?
I don't want to hear it. You have your orders.
Yes, sir.
Damn straight. Okay. I have this Hazar Baba brand Turkish apple tea powder. The night of leisure. Oh, is there something to steal in here? It doesn't look like there is. It would be stupid to make a ruckus. Well, we don't want to use that door. Okay, we go this way. I think we'll take the back entrance. That's pretty low-key. Yeah. Of course, they are in the building. Decent. Okay. Now you have to be careful, because if they keep sight of you, you're going to be busted. You've got to keep this blind. Right angles.
Who's there?
Your mom is there. Give your mom a kiss. You've got a bad attitude, soldier.
Looks like I'm gonna need a new address. But I'm gonna have to get to my stash first.
Yes. Don't mess with the stash of Garrett's hash, or he'll be robbing you for your cash. You know, I haven't performed a single knockout so far. Not necessarily the most impressive outing as far as loot is concerned, but oh well. There won't be any unpleasantness.
Good. Now time to relocate.
Yes. I presume you can't actually bring any of this stuff with you to the next mission, but might as well use it up. No, the point of playing Thief is that they never knew you were there. Okay. It is dead tonight, but at least we will have accomplished the goal of getting normal, continuing to get normal backed up on this channel. When will you play the Dark Parade? I will not, because I did play it, and I did not enjoy the experience. That is
I need a nap.
the short,
Be so spooked then.
plain English version of it. To go, if it's desired or necessary for me to go any further than that, I can say that if I were to play that game, the Black Parade, and put it up here on the channel, I would basically just be making a fool of myself, and
What was that?
I don't want to do that. A few. I got a little ways into it, and I wasn't enjoying it. I was terrible at it. The run times of the videos would have been, now we're talking like 3 or 4 hours for a level. You know, it was going to be a blind let's play. If I am going to do a blind run of a game on this channel, it's probably not going to be Thief or anything Thief related. Now, something like the Blair Witch game, which is, you know, really more of a horror experience than a technical game. Okay, something like that, blind, sure. But when it comes to Thief, you know, you also even if it's an FM, this game is over 20 years old. And if you're going to make a Thief video, unless it's a live stream like this, then runtime really sort of does become a factor. And I was not going to be beating any of those missions quickly, or with any or with any real grace or skill, and not really a good look for me, not really a good look for the Black Parade. There are obviously a lot of people talking about it, so I presume there are a lot of people playing it and probably doing a much better job of it than I'm going to be able to, and that's okay. It's certainly impressive. It's certainly big. I don't know, maybe it's a little too big. I kind of don't like the exaggerated verticality of it. You know, okay, there were some hard limits to what could be done with the game back when these original games were made, and the FM community has sort of figured out, you know, how to make the city 40 levels tall. Like, it's a late medieval city, but now it's going to have like actual skyscrapers to scale. And that's an impressive technical accomplishment. And it's also an impressive aesthetic accomplishment. It's not that I'm not a fan of it. It's just that this channel, this Eye of Stone, as far as Thief is concerned, my focus and my emphasis is and always has been the original missions. And, you know, I've meandered and dabbled in other things beyond Thief, but when I start straying from the OMs in Thief, I start to go astray very quickly. And, you know, nobody wants to sit there and watch me mess up and not have any idea what to do or where to go for 3 to 4 hours. It's just, I don't believe anybody is going to sit there and watch 3 to 4 hours of that. And, you know, I don't know. I don't really like the AI enhancements. It's too much for an old godger like me to get used to. I didn't really like the way the AI was behaving, and, you know, the world building was fun, but it's not exactly Thief. But, you know, then again, I have kind of an Amish idea about what Thief is and what Thief isn't. I don't sit here and say for a moment that I am a reasonable authority on, you know, what Thief should or should not be. You know, I'm Amish. I'm an old school radical. Let's see if we can't get these guys off our back.
Hey, Sharp, I want a piece of you.
You'll be in such trouble.
I liked it, but not better than the sword.
Show yourself and report.
I mean, see, again, that's like a perfect example of why I'm probably not the best. Let me just get away from all this.
Did you hear about the raid at the Overlord's fancy? Troy led the bust himself.
Donald must be pretty pissed.
You can say that.
Okay, sweet.
Sure keeps up this pace,
All right.
we'll all be out of a job.
Now,
There won't be anyone left to arrest.
I like this conversation.
Yeah, the Baron will be surprised to find out that
Don't you want a woman to keep you warm?
What for? This uniform is plenty warm enough, and it's not even cold out tonight.
you won't be talking about it either if you know what's good for you.
Benny's a real Sigma. But anyway, that question right there is sort of just like that. That's like the perfect example. No, I didn't like it better than the sword. And it's like, put another way,
Speak up.
nothing anyone does, no FM that anyone makes is ever going to make me like it better than...
Strange. Who are you? Go!
Quiet. Nothing anyone does in an FM is ever going to top anything they did in the OMs. At least not for me. That's sort of just a... that is a quirk, an idiosyncrasy about me as a taffer. The OMs are sacrosanct, and FMs can be great. FMs can be, they can be great thief, they can be great level design anyway, in addition to being great thief, but they're not going to be thief the way OM thief is thief, if that makes any sense. That's just my opinion.
Thought I saw something. Is this a thief I see before me?
Won't be telling anybody. Where are we? We're getting there. We're getting to where I need to be. 2 knockouts so far. Yeah, I'm pretty dedicated to the OMs. And, you know, I'm happy that the FM community, the Thief FM community is so well established at this point, because it's brought in so many new players to the game who would never have even heard of it otherwise. But now what set you guys off, huh?
I'll find you. Just you wait. Be on guard.
This one.
I can tell you exactly what set them off. Somebody got sloppy. Distracted thieving. But anyway, this channel is always going to be about the OMs. This is just, the Eye of Stone is the OM Thief channel. I'm really not going to go there as far as FMs are concerned. I tried it, but it's just going to be the same thing every time. Every piece of footage I look at in FM, it's going to be the same. Generally speaking, I'm going to be a significantly
Who's making that noise?
weaker player at them, and you know, there are still things that me and the people who help me make this channel what it is, there's still stuff we want to do with the original missions, and after all this time, that's complicated work. It's not easy to find the next nook and cranny that can be accessed and that I can make a video about. But see, the thing is, they're there. And dating back to way early in the fandom, okay? We're talking years, and I mean years before YouTube. There was a niche of fans, of taffers, who just had a certain inclination and a certain itch they couldn't really scratch about flossing little secrets out of every nook and cranny in the original games. It's the semi-mythical assertion that you can never find the last corner or crevice of these thief missions. And of course, the rational part of my brain
What's over there?
tells me that it is a finite amount, and that one day the last one will make its last stand against my prying eyes. But then, for all that, Ekmer can turn around and point something out to me that I might have passed by 1,000 times and wondered at, but figured there was no way to get at it, and it turns out there is. So, in addition to full Let's Plays of these original missions, the other emphasis of the Eye of Stone, at least as far as Thief is concerned, has always been, without modifying these levels or changing them in any way, without changing the rules, without anything of the sort.
Nothing.
If it looks like
Too
it's
tense.
impossible to get to it, or impossible to do it, is it? And, for those of us in the fandom...
Wait, I think I saw something.
You didn't see squat.
Well, seems clear.
They're so jumpy. For those of us in the fandom who are bit by this bug, that's sort of the other emphasis that this channel exists to focus on. You know, if you've only come into Thief, like, I don't know when the cutoff would be. Ekmir will have to, you know, it's like, you had to have gotten into this way early to be bit by the same bug. He and I are. It's kind of an older obsession from a different time, but there are a few of us who are still left and who still see and relate to the game that way. And I am one of those. Okay. I got sloppy. Let's see. Nothing good on the loot. Clumsy. Got clumsy here. 5 knockouts. It's normal. The standard is lower. On with the tour. Hello, Tony. You've all seen this. You've all seen that. Let's go. Yeah, the monolith. Okay. Hello, Tony. How are you? What are we gonna do here? The temptation to misbehave is very real. Except, let's see. Well, shoot. Isn't this a pickle of a dilly? I guess that's gonna have to do. I mean, I did do that, and I did press proceed, so I guess we're stuck now. Let us get the meeting out of the way, because we just have to listen to it. Because if Garrett doesn't hear it, we fail the mission. So, to avoid a restart, let's just get it out of the way first. Keeper Orland is a dick. There, I said it. It's a heavy hammer. It's heavy hammered. It's a heavy-handed hammer. Okay. Let's say hello to our fallen brothers. They are a deceased lot. Now that's funny. I don't think we noticed this one last time, Jason. Did we? Whoops. Now what do we do? We're out of bounds. Well, this has not been seen on YouTube in many moons, and on the whim that actually my videos detailing this don't get watched as often as they should. Let's see. Everybody does. This is a rousing cutscene. Some of these buildings you can actually walk through. They're not actually attached to any physical object. Hi, neighbors! I can see you! Now, we sort of want to avoid game crashing. It's not out of the realm of possibility that you will wreck the game, depending on what you do, but talk about an unconventional strategy. I don't know, though, that I realized that that particular exit into the Outlands was viable the first time we examined this video from that angle. See, what I did just now, you have to understand, and it's like, you know, even just moments like this, seeing this gate from the outside, okay, Thief is a big franchise. It's the biggest little franchise in the history of gaming, and it has done things to people's brains. Sure, I can tell you that this channel, it's fine to tell you that this channel focuses on the OMs and then babble about it, but it's like there are people who actually want to see this stuff. It matters. It's interesting. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe not so ADD this time. Now we'll play the way you're supposed to. Sort of. This level makes me misbehave. Something about the fact that it's a seminarium. All are welcome to come pray with us. Please play with us. Alright, we have to listen to Karis commit a double homicide with lawful oversight. Yes. Here we go.
Better not disturb them. You can hear the meeting just fine from out here.
Behold, Sheriff Truitt, from the lowly street rat emerges the loyal worker, that which I call the servant.
This is one of the tramps I delivered to you? The transformation is spectacular.
And neither want nor worry has he.
Lucky fellow. Strange you should mention worries, Garrus, because I do have one. It's not that the money's not right, no, it's just that I need to be convinced you've taken the proper precautions. The Truitt name is untainted by scandal, and I will not be the one to bring it humiliation and ruin.
Trust thee in me, for 'tis the builder himself who guides me.
Yes.
And the Baron need never know.
Yes. I'm glad your builder guides you, but it would make me feel even more confident if you were to let me in on your whole scheme. Come now, what's the crux of it all, eh, Garrus? Show me what's so special about your new servants.
A
It is
demonstration.
impossible to hide anything from you, good sheriff. I will give thee full explanation then, in the form of demonstrations. The visual in this instance would far surpass any verbal elaborations I could relate.
Yes, that's
But
right.
I must ask thee to step away from the masked servant, that's right. And meanwhile, I will retrieve our volunteer, a most unfortunate gutter snipe who waits just outside. Come, come, gentle beggar, and stand thee just there, next to the masked man.
Yes.
Now, all is in readiness, so keep thine eyes on the new arrival, whilst I signal the servant. Thusly.
Continue thy observations, Stuart.
My word! The mask emits a red vapor!
Continue thy observations, Stuart.
But it consumes them! We are in peril!
Fear thee not, stout sheriff, for we are safe at this distance. See, already the reaction ceases.
And monstrous.
They are gone! And what remains in their stead? Sand? No. Rust.
Indeed, 'tis very much like rust and harmless once settled. Brother Fegan, I pray thee, do sweep up what is left of those two.
Yes.
A weapon, then! Quite fantastic! And monstrous. Of course, you'll keep these servants you're making away from me and my men.
Then we not even ask.
Prostitutes.
Then we are in agreement. You need subjects for your servant project, and I can supply them. Vagabonds, street scum, prostitutes, those who will not be missed by anyone of consequence. They'll be rounded up, charges invented, etc. Still, there's always risk. So I will give you 20, no more. For your part, you'll remember to keep our transactions absolutely secret. And of course, deliver my payment in advance, in full, tomorrow. I don't trust you, Karis, so you'll receive the subjects only after I confirm the payment. Well, our business here is finished.
Yes.
Yes.
Fare thee well.
Fare thee well, Stuart. Now see, friends, with the builder's efficiency, I have completed 2 tasks with but 1 effort. Firstly, I did secure 20 subjects to be transformed into servants, as you heard. And secondly, I secured the loyalty of the wary Sheriff Stuart. Yes, his loyalty. Stuart fears scandal. Yet his actions of late could bring him that or worse, if ever made public. Now, behold my wax cylinder machine. I've used it to capture the sheriff's very words, even as they moved through the air today. Hearken, friends.
And I can supply them. Vagabonds, street scum, prostitutes, those who will not be missed by anyone of consequence.
With his voice thus preserved, Stuart dare not betray me, or he'll have the scandal he fears so much. Brother Fegan, thou wilt see to it that this wax cylinder machine gets safely to the bank on the morrow. You will find the safety deposit box key in the shed atop the Acolyte's quarters. Friends, we are adjourned. Return now to your duties.
I'd like to get a copy of that key myself.
Okay. A bit long, but we had to listen to it.
Who treads there? Is thy head ready for my mace?
No.
What dragonfly flits about?
You can't actually jump on the stairs.
Who's there?
Actually, you
Who
can,
goes there?
but not while you're
Halt,
moving down.
weed. Thou'rt not.
Sorry. I'm just probing at what is and isn't possible. Okay, he's gonna go do his thing. We're going to press the shift key down while we do our thing. We're going to go up here, and then go up there.
Who's there? What noise dost make?
Stop making noise. You're supposed to play this game stealthily. Haven't knocked anybody out yet. It's okay.
Aha!
No. See, you get rusty with stuff like that after a while. That's why you have to play. It's nothing. Calm down. Okay. Wrong approach. Just be a creep. Now, which way does she turn? You can memorize this stuff if you want, I guess.
Hello? 'Twas probably nothing.
Probably. It's funny the things you keep memorized and the things you don't.
I better come back here and replace this key when I'm done with it.
Yes, Garrett. You had better. You better had. Okay. Down we go, just like real life. Now, we didn't look at the servant shed, did we? Sort of getting ahead of ourselves here. We don't want to miss... That would be a remiss faux pas to complete this level without going in there, but I'm not sure my ADD brain will remember to do it later.
I tell thee, for thou art my friend, that I wish the children of Karis were more... mild seen.
Thou'rt not the first to be afeard of them, though their visage is wrought to strike terror into the enemies of Karas. Or, those who consider
Well, and at night, for it near strikes terror into mine own heart.
thinkest thou thine own soft body of leaky flesh and wheezing gases is glorious to the eyes of the builder?
We've all heard it.
'Tis thy soul.
This is not an exhaustive walkthrough. This is crazy old Taffers. Nostalgic. Let's replay. Okay. Down we go again. Just like in real life. Actually, let's hold off on committing a resource. This is normal. This is not expert. I think there's only one hammer haunt down here. Maybe there's none of them. Again, the loot distribution is different between the different difficulty levels. We've just got to explore. No. Yes. Speaking of which, 800. Okay. Uh-oh. And arm thyself. I've killed haunts before. Technique for the mace-wielding ones is different. Short version, they're a lot easier. Doesn't mean they're easy, but they're a lot easier than the sword ones. Nothing fancy tonight. I don't want to mess up and have him pound my head in for me. This level really does seek to get some of the world building out of the way with the conversations you have to listen to. Somebody thought they were going to be the one to solve the undead problem. If you want to know more about this, you should read my Thief novel. However, in connection with everything else that has been said so far tonight, I will simply point out that my Thief fan novel just tells the canon story of Thief 2 from a slightly different vantage. Okay. Now, how am I gonna go up there? I think we're gonna stick with the traditional way. Trying to mix it up last night didn't really work. The haunted door is unlocking.
Me come by thy workbench and help thee untangle things.
I would be most grateful, couldst thou help?
'Tis nothing. Think on it as the copper and tin mingle to make the stronger bronze. So dost we each mingle and flow together in Karis's forge to make stronger as well.
Thou art wise.
'Tis Karis who is truly wise. His bounty and the machines we construct shall help all of humanity in the coming times, and all shall know his wisdom.
I will be glad to have this wretched task behind me that I might move to a more profitable position.
Okay.
It's no big secret.
An error, a malfunction,
machines.
dangerous conditions.
Sorry. You've read that.
It's no big secret that the mechanists are the ones supplying Sheriff Truitt with those machines.
I guess... Actually, though, if I'm going to be as sloppy as this, we might as well expend the resource so I'm not constantly reloading.
It's no big secret that the mechanists are the ones supplying Sheriff Truitt with those machines.
Okay. So there was one knockout. There's one backstab and one knockout. That's not the right key. We already have the right key. Now, really, does not make a simple task harder on ourselves. If you're going to encounter new real estate in the level, you might as well do it deliberately and on your own terms. So, I do not like to use completing mission tasks to do exploring or loot at the same time. Okay. Now let's see what she's about. Let's go for it.
What's that?
It's your mom.
Tis the builder's silence once again. For that, I am thankful.
Don't be too thankful. Karis is gonna have an apoplexy when he finds out what I've done here tonight. Now then. Really, all that's left is to get a decent loot score. And that might be actually a good idea to do, because I shall cudgel thee. No. Oh. We're missing a crucial conversation, but it can't be
I
helped.
think my work here is done.
There's a lot more loot than that. There's certainly more loot we could go for. It is all wrapped up nice and tidy in a decent package, but with the understanding that it is, let's indulge in some additional criminal intent. Thou needs must pay more attention. Didn't know the meeting was tonight. Okay. Be a little lame to give up completely just yet. Even on normal, there's plenty more loot to be had here. Yes! We're done with keys. Must go faster. There are rovers out on patrol. Okay, now. About your facing, Missy. And I can see behind me. I have eyes in front of me that are actually functionally in the back of my head. You'll turn around eventually, but actually what we need to do is... It might not even matter.
Huh? Is that thee?
Oh. Okay. I don't know. That's my one human knockout for the entire level. Coming down that ladder could get complicated. It's mind freaks. Oh, she doesn't float after all. Whoops. I get to deal with that. No quick loading. That was my goof up. I am hostile. But we're gonna get out of here with a decent loot score. Funny how sound does and doesn't propagate in this game. Let's see if we can get him really angry. Okay. He'll have time to simmer down. Going into First City Bank and Trust without plenty of tools and toys is not a good idea. Lighten up already. Now, I have to sort of be careful about using this way out, though. Might end the level. Okay. Let's see, where are you going? Are you going that a ways, or you... Nope, you're coming this a ways. Okay, so... Alright, you're gonna go down there, you're coming here. So let's wait till we break line of sight on him. Let's crawl Let's stay ahead of the person behind us, their vision cone. Let's pie this while we figure out. Alright. We can dive in here for cover. Bada boom, bada bing. Bank is not an easy level. And I need to be well equipped if I'm going to play it even halfway passively. Come on, sweetie. Don't call me pet names. I'm a woman of the cloth. Canst thou continue with a foot of steel in thy gut? Nice people. Alright, and then we go down here. And for good measure, since I haven't really used any of my resources to speak of, the bank is kind of like an epic storybook of thief fishtales. I look at bank as a...
Who's there? Who goes there?
I look at bank as a series of problems to be solved. Like Segovia's simple studies. Not so simple. They were able to take everything about the fundamentals and make a advanced test out of it, not a test for rookies. The bank is the level smart juniors take to prove they can hang out with the seniors. Okay, nothing over here. So now you have to be careful when you exfiltrate yourself from these barracks areas. Already got that. Where are we at? Yeah. I mean, you get a decent loadout to take on First City Bank and Trust, but you need to bolster it with your own purchases, or you will be at a significant disadvantage. So... okay, now... what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save here. We got these invisibility potions for a reason. We can't take them with us to First City Bank and Trust, so we might as well use them.
Is that thou, friend?
And then...
Hello? Someone there?
That had better be rats I hear over there.
well, with apologies to the servant, we're not going to make it there tonight. Whoops. Don't lose it now. Okay. Everybody's just simmered down. I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
I shall spot thee soon enough.
It's kind of a disaster. guess word must have spread about all the gold that's gone missing. Okay, just barely made it. Alright, you taffers. I will see everybody back next time. Let's see how badly I managed to mess this up. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a lot of loot for any level on normal. But especially this level, I'm wondering where the rest of that loot was. That's kind of a head scratcher. Oh well, I'll have to look back into that. I will see everybody back next time for the First City Bank and Trust. Later.